Hello everyone, it's me, Triple Trouble, back with another video. Today in this video, we're going to be going over Double Trouble, my favorite Skylander, and explaining how to play as him. First off, his origin. For years, spellcaster Double Trouble searched for the wondrous Whispering Water Lily, a flower said to multiply the strength of any hex. Instead, the bewitched bloom gave the tricky Tiki Man the ability to create exploding doubles of himself. From that day on, Double Trouble was never alone, thanks to his army of clones. Now we're going to be going over his upgrade path and his upgrades. First off, his primary, Eldritch Beam. Press and hold X to fire a beam of energy. His secondary, conjure exploding doubles. Summon a mindless double that seeks enemies and explodes. And then, for his next upgrade, Arcane Eldritch Beam. Eldritch Beam does increased damage. Conjure its unstable double. Exploding doubles do increased damage. Then you unlock his third attack, Summon Magic Bombs. Press Y to summon a magic bomb. Then, Advanced Construct Techniques. Have up to 3 exploding doubles active at any time. Now we're on to his upgrade path. Imbue Construct. Shoot an exploding double to make it increase size and damage. Rocket-powered doubles. Exploding doubles launch themselves at enemies and do extra damage. In Spirit Construct. Exploding doubles form automatically when enemies are defeated by Eldritch Beam. Then his Soul Gem, Water Walker, can fly over water. This is only really useful in the first 2 games, though. Then his Wow Pow, Triple Trouble. Eldritch Beam splits off into 3 separate beams. Now we're going to be showing off his upgrades. His primary, which as you can see, shoots the Eldritch Beam at the enemies, causing damage. And then his secondary, which spawns the doubles, which launched himself at enemies. And then the Magic Bomb, which is really good for crowd control and does a lot of damage, but is pretty slow and leaves you vulnerable. Now his Wow Pow, as you can see, will spread the Eldritch Beam to multiple enemies, causing it to do more damage. Now his top path, Extended Eldritch Beam. Eldritch Beam has longer range and does extra damage. Magical Cataclysm. Magic Bombs do increased damage. And Magic Armageddon. Hold Y to shoot off repeated magic bombs. Now I'm going to be showing off the top path. As you can see, the range is a lot longer, allowing you to shoot from farther. And as you can also see, it does extra damage, because now it does 80 normal damage and 100 critical damage whenever you get a critical hit. And now, as you can see, the magic bombs do increased damage and now do 260 base damage. And as you can see, if you hold the button down, it just shoots them off repeatedly. So, now we're going to be picking which path is better. If you like the Eldritch Beam and the Magic Bombs, then I would go with the top path. But if you like the doubles, go with the bottom path. Because really, both paths are really good and strong. But me personally, I prefer the bottom path because, in my opinion, it's a lot more fun and interesting. And the top path just kind of feels pretty bland. And so if you really want to, it really just comes down to what you value in your Skylanders, whether you prefer having really strong but really boring Skylanders, or really fun Skylanders that are less strong. But don't get me wrong, the bottom path is extremely powerful and honestly underrated, since most people go with the top path because it obviously looks a lot more stronger and always just seems like the better one to go with, even though it isn't. And it makes more sense to go with the bottom path since he's a minion summoner Skylander, and it makes more sense to pick an upgrade that will make your minions stronger. But even without top path, his Eldritch Beam and Magical Bombs are still really good, and I still find myself using them in combat. Especially since one of his upgrades for the bottom path works in tandem with his Eldritch Beam, causing more doubles to spawn if you kill him with it. So, honestly, the Wow Pow doesn't really it kind of affects it, which path you should choose, but I'd say the bottom path is even better with the Wow Pow, because like if multiple enemies come at you, you can just fire the Eldritch Beam and just kill them all instantly and get an absolute army of doubles that will just destroy everything. And it's pretty good with the top path as well. But as I've already said, top path is pretty bland. So in my opinion, you should always go with the top path if you really just want a strong Skylander, but you should always go with it if you like your Skylanders to be interesting and have in-depth gameplay. So, my favorite is the bottom path, but that's just because I think it's more fun. Bye.